In this small tutorial, I'm going to demonstrate how easy it is to configure IvoCall and setting up a truly flexible campaign. Now, I've just logged in as an administrator, and we are in the administration module. As you can see, it consists of 4 buttons. One for the addresses, that's where you administrate everything about your addresses. One for the properties, we're going to work there in a minute. This is where you put out you actually configure the buttons that you want for the campaigns. One for the statistics. This is where you monitor the campaigns. I'm going to show this in another tutorial. And this is where you can see how the sales are going and who's actually contribute to the sales. And one for the extraction. That is where all your addresses are and where you can extract, for example, your sales. But for now, we're going to create some buttons in IvoCall. Now these buttons here are the buttons that the caller also may see, and we're going to add some buttons. There's one for no reply, there's one for rejected, there's one for example for if you make an appointment, and also for the buttons if they say no. Maybe you want to know why the customer said no. Let's just show how easy it is to put on a new button. So I right click and I set and I choose this button and I say it not next. So we say, for example, that it's a no, but it's only a no for 2 months. And as you can see, it's also what the button name says. And right now, the caller has the button. So right now, if the caller clicks this button, we know, okay, the next 2 months, they will say no, but then they are ready. And then we can actually extract them and make a campaign specifically for those customers here. Now, the accept window, this is where we actually configure where what we should sell. What we are going to sell in this tutorial is we're going to sell cars, and as you can see to the right, there's many kind of buttons where you can drag and drop into the sales window. Now I'm going to pick a combo button and I just drag and drop it down here. I right click it and I call it car, and I call it Fiat and Opel. Let's just say that let's just test this. Now we have a button with Fiat and Opel. Now, actually, the caller is able to use this button now, and the answers is automatically logged in the database. It's that easy to put it to create this. But we are going to do some more things, and we put on a label, call it car, and we also want a checkbox because we want this. Then we want them to have a newsletter. So right now they can click the checkbox and then they get the newsletter. That easy. Okay, let's just take a look at it, how it looks from the caller's point of view. So I'm in the caller's window. Here I have the buttons to the left, I have the address to the right, and I have the performance windows here. It's also possible to have more panels here. I'm going to show this in another tutorial. And I get a new address, and I can click the no, and you can see our button is here. No, not the next 2 months. I may also choose to click my accept button, and now I have my car button, and I say accept. And we just stop it for now because we want to do something further. Let's do it a bit more complicated. I just move this up here. Now let's say that we also want that the caller could pick the color of the car. So I choose a link button and I call it color, and I say, okay, what combo button should we choose? And if they say Fiat, we call it Fiat Red. And if they say Fiat, it could be Fiat Blue. If it's Opel, it'd be Opel Red, Opel Blue, and the label. Just call it color. Now let's test it. So we have a car. Right now, there's nothing here. So we pick our car, we say Fiat, and now we can pick the color, Fiat Red, Fiat Blue. If we choose Opel, we can choose the Opel Red. So it's that easy. It's that easy. Just put a line extra here. We call it Opel Blue. Okay. And we have the Opel, and we have Opel Red and Opel Blue. So, and then we can click on the newspaper, and now we are almost finished, because we also want them to, when they click newspaper, we also want their email. So I click a text box. I call it my email, and a label. That's it. That's how fast and flexible it's actually possible to create new campaigns exactly as you want them.